I'm doing the numerology for October 26th, 2024. If you add all those numbers together, you get the number 17, and if you add the 1 and the 7 together, you get the number 8. Today we enter into the energy of the number 8. This is a number that can bring up grief, loss, and sadness. I hope this day is just a day that stirs deep emotions to the surface to heal. I hope that it is not anything in our world that feels like a catastrophe. I think all of us have had quite enough global upset to last a very long time. What that does not mean that the universe is done with teaching us lessons. That is why the best way to move is from a place that is authentic in its vulnerability and kind in its approach. When we do not admit our own suffering, that is when we unconsciously create suffering in others. When we do not heal what is inside of us, then we have a twist in our psyche, and we can then become the perpetrator to the suffering of others. That is how we end up in these karmic loops that endlessly play out in our lives in various ways. Today, if you have the courage and strength, this could be a day when some of the karmic chains weaken or break. We have to first be willing to honestly look at our behavior and how that might be associated with our wounding in this life. Then we have to become so aware of the mechanism that generates that pattern to emerge that we finally can stop the looping by choosing another path and another way. Such things require tremendous amounts of focus and intention to accomplish. That is because dysfunctional patterns are insidious and are often like the arms of an octopus that have grown and wrapped around everything in our lives. While breakthrough processes are wonderful and can bring a powerful insight into the patterns, after those processes, it can still take years of intentional focus to effectively remove the worst patterns from our habitual usage. In the journey of personal growth, what is clear is that healing takes time. For some, healing can take a lifetime. But I know that I have seen so many that have been diligent and have eventually broken through the layers of karmic suffering that have been plaguing their soul. Ultimately, there is a moment when the dark clouds do lift, light shines in, and the soul is finally free to be who they really are, rather than allow the karma to loop and play endlessly through the patterns of this life. Today is a day to break some chains. What is underneath is more beautiful than you could ever imagine. Thanks, everyone.